I legit.
Pre-workout's good.
Sick from not having enough caffeine in me.
Let's go. Yeah, we're back, man.
All right, enough joking around. So this Q&A, just to sit down. I like to do this every once in a while. Just us back here, shooting the shit, answering questions. But this is gonna be about this kind of sit down question and answer. Our new warehouse space, which we can see the buildings over there. It's that close.
It's about a quarter to half mile away.
So a little bit of background. It's in Round Rock, Texas, the new place we're gonna be moving in February. Nick picked it out, kind of got it set up. But let's answer some questions about this new space.
Let's go. Let's do a quick overview real quick. Current spot is 6,200 square feet or 6,300 square feet. Our current space right here. New spot 9,200 square feet. We have about 8 additional feet of height clearance. We have 4 rear loading docks. We have 2 front entrances. I'd say an additional 500 square feet of office space.
There's no rear loading docks here right now,
so
that'll be nice.
It's a beauty.
Plus, with us being right here too, it's an abandoned building right here. You get some like riffraff. Sometimes there was some homeless people living in here for a little while.
And this spot right here is tucked away, so it's hard to find. That spot, the new spot has it has kind of visibility from the main access road, so
it's newer, it's better.
Yeah,
we didn't F up that floor.
Not yet.
So yeah, we're not gonna F up this floor. We're not gonna put sticky tack on the bottom of the gym floor. But first question: will you have a retail store inside the new warehouse? So are we gonna have a retail store? And yes, it's got great kind of retail space. Right when you walk in, you could use it as like a big lounge or waiting room. It's still the same amount of offices, 2 offices, but the great thing about when you walk in is it's like really open kind of before you go into the warehouse, and that'd be great for a retail setup.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Maybe we could even do some local marketing because Gold's Gym's right down the street. Drive some sales that way. Are we gonna have a mechanical bull from Mike Beach?
UPS is here. Robbie.
Are we gonna have a mechanical bull?
We will not have a mechanical bull just because of liability issues, and I don't want to pay a higher premium on insurance every year. So
only when Mike Beach is there, then we'll bring in the mechanical bull once a year.
Yeah. Someone asked if Preston got the truck. We will be getting the truck. We tried to pick it up yesterday, but Preston doesn't want it yet. So in the comments below, tell Preston he needs the truck.
Leaving this out. My G37 Infinity is just fine. It's just fine. Plus, I'm going to own it in less than 2 years. Will the new gym be open to the public? Will the new gym be open to the public?
No, the new gym will not be open to the public. We will hold events here and there because we'll have more space and additional doors, and we're putting a fence back in to separate the gym from the warehouse. But we're just mainly use it for promotional stuff, content-wise, probably some open gyms.
Now, are we gonna go to the Arnold? Someone wants to know this here, and the Arnold's usually what, in February or March?
March.
So probably not.
Here's what I want to do for the Arnold this year. It's a loose plan right now. Guerrilla style marketing. So I don't want to set up in a booth inside the Arnold because it's madness. It's super expensive. There's no return. What I want to do is I want to deck out a trailer, attach it to the truck, drive up to Ohio with some of our athletes, and just hand out bottles of supplements. Maybe 1,000 free bottles of supplements.
Bring shirts and just...
Shirts, throw shirts out, have a speaker, a PA system attached to the trailer, and just drive around the place, park it for a little bit, get kicked out, move to another spot, get kicked out, and just guerrilla type marketing up there.
Rather than being, well, maybe we shouldn't even have said this because now other supplement companies are gonna take the idea.
Ready to fight!
Are we going to keep the current equipment or getting rid of some of it, getting new equipment? I think we're keeping all the current equipment in there.
We're going to get some new stuff. We're going to put a turf layer down. It's going to be badass.
You're going to keep your good girl, bad girl machine? What do you call it?
Good girl, bad girls, aka abductor, adductor.
I remember when we were getting the gym and you had to have 2 calf machines. Like, why was that necessary, 2 calf machines?
I haven't made the best decisions in my life, but I've made some good ones, I'll tell you that much.
So here we go. How are we going to balance, organize everything on this move? In general, just the move, because even though it's right across the street, I think Nick underestimates it a little bit too, how difficult it can still be.
Here's the thing. It's pretty nice because we have 2 months of free base rent for that new place over there.
Well,
Plus,
it's not free, it's just abatement where they push it back.
However, that kind of offsets some of the expenses you have. They let us move stuff in 2 weeks before our lease starts. They're letting us do that. So we'll have 2 weeks to move everything over.
Get a Penske truck, I guess, with the lift gate.
We'll hire some people to move the gym equipment, help us move stuff, but I expect it to be pretty seamless.
If you guys want to come help, free pizza and soda at the end, that's all you get.
Soda, aka beer.
No, we would actually pay people. We wouldn't just do
Yeah,
free pizza.
if you're gonna help move, we're gonna pay you.
Yeah. You're worth your work. Is Joe coming back? Well, this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the move, but he is coming back for Black Friday. Flying in, he'll get some orders done. It'll be nice because he's already trained, knows what he's doing. Just brief him as he walks in and he'll know what to do. But yeah, he'll be back. My dad will be back. Got a lot of people working in the warehouse coming up here soon.
We're gonna have like 8 people in the warehouse.
This person asked, do we think we'll ever get our security deposit back from this current space because of how like tacked up the floor is?
I believe so. I've talked to someone that can buff out the floor for us.
Well, actually, the space right down the same complex, right down here, I saw someone like redid. I don't know if they did something to their floor, but it looks like they rebuffed it or whatever completely. So I don't know.
We'll pay a little bit to get it rebuffed, or we'll be like, hey, the floor was here. Like when we moved in, it was like this. I swear.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ghost town down in here because like we're one of the only companies left, and there's about at least 10 units in this business park.
I'm so excited to move into this new spot. Energy's gonna be high. There's some more stuff going on over there. It's gonna be like this was a starter warehouse for us. This new spot is an HQ. It's a headquarters. It's a better positioning.
Yeah.
It's set up more appropriately to run a bigger business. We can hire some more people. We're planning on hiring some people for marketing, advertising, bring them in-house. So
it'll be better for receiving inventory, really.
It's gonna be cool.
So a breaking point when we're confident enough to kind of switch locations financially and inventory-wise. Now, if you're doing a big move as a company, like that's really hard, and you got to make sure like it's definitely the right move. But since we're just going right across the street, it's a little bit more laid back, and especially with the conditions we got that our lease is kind of just transferring over there. We're paying more for rent because it's more square footage, but it's about the same per square foot.
It's actually less per square foot. It's best case scenario. Same people own both properties, which allowed us to terminate one lease in January, move in and start the next one in February. A big move like into a different state or a different city under different realtors, especially when you're trying to break a current lease, is super expensive or can be super costly and expensive. But this opportunity worked out at a perfect time, so we had to hop on it. It was like a no-brainer.
So are we going to own or rent this place? This place is currently leased, and this one's going to be a lease over there too. So I guess it is tough knowing that you're leasing, but it's kind of just one of those business things that come along with business. Like especially if you're in retail, like you're definitely going to be having to pay rent or anything like that. After this lease, we'll definitely buy a warehouse, I think.
Yeah, in 3 years, once this lease is up, we're going to buy.
Yeah, then you eventually just own that then, and the land that's on it. So that's what we'll eventually do after this one, and then maybe we can kind of estimate how big we can build after that. But yeah, obviously it sucks that you have to kind of pay rent and lease and you don't keep that money, but something everyone pretty much has to do. A lot of people asking if we're going to get a forklift. Yeah, we're getting at least one of those lifts where it's a pallet jack, but then it goes electronically up to like 3 tiers. So whether it's an actual forklift that you drive or just that one's a little bit cheaper where it's the handheld, but it's powerful still and it'll take the pallet all the way up to the 3rd shelf. Everything like that. So we're going to get something with that so we can start going higher. Did we disagree on this new warehouse at all?
No, I'd say not. Like I said, it was a no-brainer moving into this new spot. Everything worked out in our favor for what we were trying to do and accomplish, and especially at this time we needed more space to fit gym equipment, which is used for marketing and content. So it is a valuable asset to us, along with needing more space for inventory, just being comfortable. Like right now we're cramped up. It's getting tight with both companies.
It's when you want the gym too. If you want the gym in the same space, you got to have more.
The gym obviously doesn't make us any money, but we use it for our own personal health and wealth, and for content, like photo shoots, video, YouTube video vlogs. It's a super valuable asset to us as a company that we couldn't do in like a gym, a local gym or something like that.
So why choose Austin or Round Rock in the first place? It was actually my job in the first place to choose this place, to find a warehouse. And when I was looking, there's not like tons of warehouse space in Austin when you compare it to a place like Dallas where it's like a plethora. That's my new
Plethora.
word. Plethora.
I think it's plethora.
And there's a ton of warehouses like up there. Here it's more like scarce warehouse space and everything, so a little bit more expensive, harder to find. Round Rock, we knew of Round Rock because it was close to Austin, but it's actually not as close as like what I thought in the first place. So I don't know. That's kind of how I ended up here, because I was coming down from Temple up north like 45 minutes. So found this space, just ended up here. Who knows? Maybe that's what I'll tell my kids one day. How'd you end up in Round Rock?
I'll
be 80 years old and still in Round Rock.
I'm downtown Austin right now, and our lease is up in March, which I'm thinking about moving down closer to the warehouse, or up closer to the warehouse, just because I'm getting tired of the drive in every morning and back home every night. So
this person was like, any new additions to the gym, perhaps a sauna to relax and talk conspiracy theories like our main man Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan always says with the, what do you say about the sauna? He's like, oh well, saunas were proven to make people live longer, you know, it releases heat shock proteins or whatever. Well, like, I mean, I'm sure they are good for you and everything, but he does really talk highly about saunas.
We'll put the sauna next to our mushroom farm.
Mushroom farm? When are we putting a mushroom farm in? All right, let's end it on best life lesson. This doesn't have anything to do
life
with it.
lesson. My best life lesson that I have for you guys, and I've learned and experienced, is that as much as you want to plan and as much as you can plan, you have to be adaptable to change and be readily available to make quick, reactive decisions that are thought out, that take care of your team, the business, yourself. So as much as you want to plan, you're gonna get curveballs are gonna be thrown in. Like 3 years ago when we signed this lease, we thought we'd be here. We thought we were gonna have a full functioning gym and a small supplement company. 3 years later, we're moving in a new spot. There's no more gym and it's a full functioning supplement company. So have a plan, but be available to change.
Yeah. So just be available to change. I would say if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it.
Yeah.
I remember Dad says that a lot.
The legend.
So, whenever you like get emails or phone calls, or like you'll see an ad for a job, it'll be like $80,000, no experience required, all that stuff, and it's like if it seems too good to be true, then it's probably too good to be true. Or like I remember getting suckered into one of those Amway meetings where like the guy was trying to push on me.
Amway meeting
and yeah,
too.
I guess you can possibly make money with them, like if you work your way up and you got to put in the hours. But I came back and my dad was just like, if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it because he did it before too. So
with that being
that's
said,
my spiel.
get big, stay big.